What's up, people? Peek out here in Singapore. It's been a busy morning for me. So it is Thursday. It's about going on about 11 o'clock today, and I've been up for a couple of hours now, and it's been conference calls and trainings, and it's been a lot of information this morning. So I feel really good about it, though. And I have been reflecting a little bit. I always, you know me. I'm gonna get on here after I reflect about something. So the point is, though, I am trying to improve my business, the efficiency of my business, the reach of my business. I'm trying to become better than I already am, right? And that's the whole point. Live and get better, no matter what you do. So here I am trying to become a little more brave and go live on my personal page. I think you heard this last night when I was like, man, I did this, it didn't go so well. Don't like it. Let me try again. So, what I'm looking at though, and what I'm realizing is there is a big disconnect between what you want from a business and what you appreciate from a business. Everyone wants full disclosure. Everyone wants to know what your results are, how'd you get your results, what were the exact situations that you've helped with, give me referrals. I want to know who did what and how well they did, and how did you improve and how did you get the transformation. I get it. It speaks to my credibility. It gives me the ability to talk about things that I have actually done instead of make up scenarios. Correct? But what I also know is if it's anywhere close to something you experienced with me, you're going to get offended. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it doesn't matter. You're going to get offended. And you'll be like, oh my God, isn't that your right? And how come you're going to use my story? I could change all the details about a story and you go take it the wrong way, like I'm airing your dirty laundry. And that's not the case. I need people to know what I'm doing. I need people to know that I'm actually doing real work. And yeah, it can come from the reviews, but we also know that there are plenty of people out there that pay for reviews. I knew that when I was in the Grand Hyatt, there was a way that we could get acknowledged as employees based on the reviews we got from guests. I also know that there are plenty of people that would beg all the guests that they helped to give them reviews instead of let the chips fall where they may, and if they felt good enough about a service, they wrote about it on their own. And that's something I'm trying to fight right now. The authenticity of my stories, the authenticity of the work that I do. I want you to know that these things actually happened and how I was able to help. But I also know that it offends a lot of people. It really does. So from now on, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to approach it from a different aspect. I have a program that, for lack of a better term, is basically Netflix and chill. I want you to be able to give me a situation in a movie that reflects the situation you're in real life. Why? Because people get offended. They don't want to be told what they can and can't do, what they should or shouldn't be doing. They don't like that. They don't like the fact that they have to change in order for their situation to change. They would rather the other person change, which is why most people approach therapy. Hey, I'm here for couples counseling because my husband is a piece of shit and I don't like being with him and I need you to change him. Well, guess what? It's not always just the husband. It's part you too. Maybe something you do triggers him. Maybe the fact that he grinds his teeth pisses you off because then you feel like you can't say what you need to say. And maybe the fact that every time you open your mouth, something comes out and it makes him mad, then it triggers him to, grit his teeth, and all you see is the fact that he grit his teeth. Now, understand that. So here's where I'm saying. If the offense is in the details, why not get rid of the details? Why not go with the emotions instead? I'm an emotional coach, right? And this is my whole life's work. I am watching emotions. I'm studying people, their reaction. How do they get into situations that they get into, and how do they get out of them? Because it is of their own doing, and they need to figure out what it is that they need to adjust in themselves so they can get out of the situation. But I'm a little curious. If the offense is in the details, would you be offended about the details of my life? That's okay though. I can air my dirty laundry, and that's okay because it shows you that I've been through some shit. But I can't talk about a situation similar to yours without you thinking I'm talking about you, and then you're up in arms like, why are you disclosing all my stuff? I'm not disclosing your stuff. I'm disclosing the general situation, mostly because other people need help. It's not just about you. So if I find that I need to stop giving people stories of people I've helped for fear that they may be offended, can I also then take out the details as in the names in the stories that I have survived, would that be okay then? If it offends you to hear about some situations similar to yours, where the person that was in the situation was complaining and stuck and just wallowing in self-pity, if that offends you for me to say anything remotely close to that because you feel it in your bones that I'm talking to you, then is it okay for me to pick up a third party, character from a movie and talk about them instead? Because the truth is, I didn't help that character. I could. I have in real life. But would that upset you? Or would that be easier to swallow? The fact is, emotions tend to bring up this lump in your throat. This lump in your throat when you want to say something, you can't because you're frustrated, you're angry, you're sad, you're all those things all at the same time. Most of us cry because we want to be mad, but we can't because that's the only way we can kind of break down that big knot of emotion in our throats. So I want to know, as a potential client, what would serve you better? To hear real life stories of people I've helped with details removed so you can't identify who it is that I helped? Or would you rather talk about third party people that I haven't actually helped? So in that regard, if I take out the identifying characteristics behind the stories that I tell, would it be okay as well if I take out the identifying characteristics of the stories about my life? Would that make me any less genuine or any less real? See, the truth is, I don't need to go out there and tell you all that I have done. I do not need to walk around with a billboard of my resume as far as being an emotional coach. But I do need you to know that you can trust me and you are safe with me and that I really do have your being, your being's highest and best good at heart when I do the work that I do. And I don't work with just anybody. I don't work with people who are willing to just point the finger. I need those people who are willing to point the finger and realize that there are 4 fingers pointing back at them. Well, 3 technically, because your thumb does not turn that way. I need you to realize that whatever situation you're in, yeah, okay, you're in a bad situation. Part of that situation is because you allowed some part of it to creep into your life and the rest kind of just manifested. And understanding that you allowed something to happen in your life means also that you have a measure of control, meaning to say that you can block it out, you can push it away, you can evolve to the point that they no longer want to be around you. There's many things that you can do within your circle of control. So if the offense is in the details, do you want me to continue to give you details? Or do you want me to take all the details out everywhere? Because I can't do it in just one place. I need to do it everywhere. I'm just curious. But the bottom line is, if you need help, you need help. And if you want help, you're going to have to be ready to work on yourself. But it starts with a conversation. You call me. Let's talk. And we can together figure out what needs to be done next. I can be your friendly neighborhood Rasatirka if you want me to be. I'm already doing the work. But you gotta let me know that you're one of those people that needs my help. Because I'm not gonna chase you down for it. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.